guys, my name's Lirio. Today we're going to be looking at a fight we had at Woods. We're going to be looking at what we did well, what we can take away from it, and then what we can incorporate in the future for our PvP experiences in Tarkov. If you guys like what you see, don't be afraid to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a big red button down below. Or you guys can follow me at twitch.tv/LirioTTV. I stream about 2 to 3 times a week. So without further ado guys, let's just jump right into the video and see what's up. See, there was 2. Got him. Shit. Alright guys, so we're in Woods. The setting is we got a VPO 215 and an M9 pistol. I'd recently put a few rounds downrange at a PMC and I was checking out to see if I killed him. And I cross over this berm and I see a PMC looting the body of another guy. So I pull up my rifle, I pop him in the head. I'm thinking he's alone, and so I'm gonna go down, pick up the loot. That's when I noticed the second guy doing the same thing. I put a few shots on him, trying to hit him in the head, get that quick takedown, but that didn't work out. So I disengage, run back behind the berm and behind the bush to break line of sight, and then try to re-engage him from a different point, but I'm still using that bush as concealment. So I'm trying to acquire the target. I'm thinking he either pushed left into the gray warehouse or pushed right into the right side of the road up the hill there. He ended up pushing back into the tree line. I see him, I put a few shots on him, then I hear him pull the grenade pin and throw the grenade. That's why I run down here, try not to die, and then the fight resets pretty much. So I gotta require the target. I thought I heard noise, that's why I checked that out. It was just Tarkov being weird. So I see him coming down this bush line. I fire a few shots, and then I'm like, I'm going to pull range on him. So he decides to do the same thing as me. I was able to line up my shot and get a lucky headshot on him and end the fight. And then if you notice, I bounced I think it was an M62 or M80 round off my helmet. And I know plenty of guys that say that I don't wear a helmet because it never saves me. Well, you know, the helmet might save you, and in that case it did, because I would have died if that helmet had been on my head. So the person who shot that would have got all the loot. I would have been back at the main menu, and that's how that fight would have ended. Alright guys, so a few key takeaways from this is always expect a second or third guy with Tarkov. How it is nowadays, there's a lot more trios and duos running around, so always expect that second guy. That's something we did really well, I think, was using that bush as concealment and breaking line of sight on the guy. It allowed us to disengage and re-engage really quickly. We were able to re-engage the guy about 4 or 5 times before I ended up coming out on top. You know, with how the fight played out, it was pretty cut and dry. There could have been more maneuvering that happens. He could have pushed down to the warehouse. He could have pushed across the road and up the hill into the woods, and that would become a different fight. I was set up more for long range, not for this kind of fighting, so I had to make it work. And it's not always going to be perfect. You're going to have to improvise. You're going to have to make do with what you got. And you might walk away with an L no matter what you do. So in this fight, I was able to come out on top. I was able to get out, and it was good for me. But it's not always going to be the case. So I hope this video helped you guys. I hope you learned something from it, and so it's something that you guys can apply in your Tarkov gameplay. If you guys enjoyed it, don't be afraid to follow me, and I will catch you guys in the next raid.